dive with us into the mobile-first, video-driven world with Outbrain as they discuss how tech innovation can champion user experience on the open internet and discover the vital role of independent journalism in an industry ruled by walled gardens and learn how Outbrain is changing the game. Please welcome my next guest, Stephanie Himoff, EVP Global Publishers at Outbrain, Robert Blanck, General Manager Advertising at Axel Springer, and Phillip Laudien, Managing Director Central Europe at Outbrain.
Right, left? Right.
Hello, hello, hello. So, let me check. There we are. So, welcome to Cologne, welcome to DMEXCO. It's great being here. I hope you all had a safe travel. And before we start, so I would like to introduce my wonderful colleagues here. It's Stephanie. She's managing our publisher business globally, and we are also very happy to have Robert here from Axel Springer. And before I start, I would like to take a little video of you because you look really amazing today. And all right, just give me a little smile. Perfect. Thanks a lot. But no worries. So I won't upload the video right now. But if I would upload it, where would I do it? Instagram, TikTok, probably. And we see in the last years a significant transformation when it comes to the usage of media landscape. So we are mobile first since years. We talked about it, I think, already like 5 to 10 years ago. So we are online video and streaming. And this whole transformation is mainly driven by the Generation Z. The last 4 years, I worked at Twitch. So we had a major impact in shaping and experiencing the way the younger audiences is having media consumption. So we really felt the heartbeat of this younger audience. However, this way of media consumption is really, really focused and centralized on the walled gardens. And on the other hand, we have the open internet, a place, an environment where consumers can read, can check where's the next coffee shop around the corner, where they can book travels, where they can get recipes. It's a very valuable place also for brands. And we had a very large case study in the last years. Actually, it was last year, where we say that 81% of the users align that if there is advertising in combination with responsible journalism, this has a positive impact on the advertiser's brand. So there's plenty of potential. And so what is Outbrain? What are we actually doing, and what is our role in this environment? So Outbrain basically connects in 2 dots. So on the one hand, we have the supply, our publishers, our partners, like Axel Springer, for example. On the other hand, we have the demand. We're talking to advertisers, we're talking to agencies, and we basically connecting these 2 dots. And for the people, or for you who know us, our DNA is very much performance-driven. So this is where we come from. However, since 1 or 2 years, our approach, our go-to-market strategy has changed. So we are now implementing video products within the market. So we want to go up the funnel, and we want to build a full funnel, cross-funnel solution for our partners and for our advertisers. So one can truly say that our ambition is, and when we talk about vertical video, which is centralized on the walled garden, how can we bring this experience into the open internet? And how this looks like, I'm very happy that Stephanie and Robert can show you more.
That's great. Thank you very much, Philip, for the introduction. I couldn't be happier to be joined here today by Robert. I think you and I established this is the second time at DMEXCO, and we've been in Cannes before, so I think we were joking this is like our yearly date. Well, frankly, I couldn't find a better panel date to have, so thank you so much for joining us today. Axel Springer and Outbrain, we have a long-lasting partnership where you are leveraging the Outbrain technology to drive engagement and monetization on your site. But today, we are exclusively announcing the launch of a new experience that you have partnered with us on. So let's have a quick video to tell us a bit more about Moments by Outbrain. Thank you. Thank you for the clap. As you can see, Moment by Outbrain is a new environment integrated directly into the publisher's site, delivering editorial and advertising vertical experiences in those very highly immersive and interactive formats. Really, for us, this is a way to reaffirm our commitment to our publisher to drive innovation through technology that will really revolutionize the way people interact on the open web. I mean, again, as we've seen on the video, it is super engaging, 100% share of voice, full screen, sound is off, so a great user experience. It's also in terms of data, we're able to capture incremental data signals that really ensure that we can increase user engagement. It's also, if you think from a prediction perspective, we're able to leverage the predictive algorithm of Outbrain to really provide relevance around content and to provide personalized environment for every single one user. And ultimately, it also helps changing the navigation, the way people discover and navigate through publisher sites. So we are super, super excited to officially launch and unveil Moments by Outbrain. In terms of results, so we've done, we are now at beta stage. We have 10 design partners across the globe, Axel Springer here in Germany, and the early results are very, very encouraging, especially when it comes to user engagement. We're actually seeing that when you combine those very highly immersive environment with relevancy of content, users are actually consuming more video. On average, they consume 3.2 video per session, and more than 40% of the users are spending or watching 3 to 10 videos. There's also a strong correlation with the uplift in time spent on Moments experience versus a traditional feed. Ultimately, it also means that we can now identify and target your heavy user, and those are likely to engage with your content. This is all good, right? But what actually does it mean for brands? We've conducted a survey with media science with 600 respondents, and we really tried to understand the difference of performance from ads shown and seen on Moment versus those that are being seen on social networks such as Instagram and TikTok. So again, a wide panel, and the results were quite interesting. We're actually seeing that it really helps having those immersive environment really drives the attention and the duration. So we're seeing that across the Moments, the ads are showing on screen 14.6 seconds versus 12.4 for ads appearing on social. So really for the brands, right, this is an opportunity to really drive long-lasting impression. And as a marketeer, you want to make sure that your message is not being just seen, but it's actually being remembered. But this is all good. What does it actually mean for a publishing partner? And here where, Robert, you come into the play here. So let's discuss a bit. One of the very important USP of Moments by Outbrain is that it integrates directly into the publisher Outbrain environment. And we know that it's at a time where most publishers are having issues in terms of resource and getting resource to produce vertical video content. So tell us a bit more about your experience and how did you come to how important is vertical video? How did you decide to partner with us?
So yeah, thanks for the invitation. And we saw that need also for our content to go more in the video direction, more into the immersive direction. And so we were also experimenting by ourselves with our first steps into that direction with this kind of content. When you approached us as Outbrain, we saw that is a very good way because you have perhaps more of the power, the understanding. You could perhaps leverage that worldwide. And we had taken a first look of that idea, and it was like very impressive. And the good thing is that you had already a position, so there was like this kind of a good and sweet spot to say, hey, we can start that with a very a good partner who have the knowledge, who brings like this combination already with kind of also a network with it. And that was a very low-hanging fruit, as we say, to say, yeah, let's do this. Let's test this. And as we saw, the first results were good. And we're still kind of in a testing phase. It doesn't mean we're rolling out tomorrow 100% of our inventory in that direction. But we're learning a lot. We're seeing the engagement, and now we have to scale up and see how it goes further. But we're very, very confident that this is the right direction to go.
That's great. And going back to the brand perspective, what do you think are the opportunities for for those type of format in terms of immersive storytelling and brand experience? How do you? Yeah.
I think we all know video is a format which normally have a bit more of an immersive and kind of a engagement factor. Sometimes other kind of content format do not have. And so this is a very good direction. For press publishers like us, it's a bit more complicated to switch from a text only into the video world. So this is not, you cannot switch tomorrow. And so we have to develop and we have to understand which kind of an audience is really engaging with that one. So it's also a data idea. Is that a user who will engage more? He gets more of that experience. Yeah. Do we see people clicking in a way? Okay, perhaps this user is really interested in another situation to read text because he's not in the situation to now have videos and sound on. So this is a kind of a personalized experience, and there we can really test and learn. But yeah, video is the format to go. Although I could say producing this kind of a journalistic content in this kind of vertical video is also a challenge for publishers. So it's not that we can roll out tomorrow like hundred thousands of video just like in others, UGC environments, user-generated content environments. We have to produce high-quality journalistic content. And so this scaling up is also a challenge for us. But yeah, if there is a business model, if there is engagement with users, it gets also more power to put resources more also in the content production in this kind of field.
Great. And I know that trust and obviously the quality of the editorial is very essential to you. So how do you plan to balance? Because this is very immersive type of engagement. And how do you see that balancing with the need to have high quality, trusted, and independence of your editorial team?
The same mechanisms as a normal content will apply. So we have to see, so we're in the control of the content. We was as publisher to be in the control of the content. This is not in UGC environment where everybody can upload anything. So it's us. It's our editorial content, which have the same kind of directions and the same kind of safeguards like we have in the journalistic text environment, article environment. So with the same things apply. There is an amount of videos we could put into the bucket, which can be shown to the user, and then there is an automatic choose. We can also kind of have an editorial control in it. We say this is the kind of video we really want to drive because of journalistic reasons. We also have the possibility, but then sometimes the algorithm will more decide. That is also sometimes a challenging part to give it a bit more away. But I think the editorial and the safeguards for this environment are the same like we have for text. That's not the case for other platforms which have like no safeguards or almost no safeguards, where there can be very like not good situations with like content and the next, or there is ads, premium ads perhaps in these platforms, but then there comes content which you don't want to have beside your ads. And so there, the environment on journalistic portals and with Outbrain, working with a lot of premium publishers, it's much more safe from my perspective. But that's hopefully the advertisers to see and to decide.
Yes, wonderful. And perhaps just a closing remark about, as we're getting into a Q4 and 2025 is around the corner, how bullish are you about the ability to drive a new revenue stream on those vertical video?
It is always, as you know, network effects. Yeah. So it's also demand and supply coming together. We're building up now here a very good supply, which can be very attractive. And then it's the demand to come in. I'm bullish, and we really think that this is going to happen because the ads and the creatives are already there for a lot of brands. So it's a very easy way to step into this field and try it out, and to be in this network of a safe environment, like immersive experience. So I'm really thinking there is a big future for that kind of experience, definitely.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you, Robert, and looking forward to scaling moments with you in 2025 and beyond.
Definitely.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for the question and the answers as well. So if you want, applause. So if you want to learn more about moments, if you want to take a moment, so we are just on the other side there. It's C23. And you might have heard about the merger that Outbrain is going to do, hopefully, with Teats. So our CEO, David Coastman, will be tomorrow at the experience stage in a fireside chat at 11:40. So you are all invited to join. And enjoy DMEXCO. Thank you.
Thank you.